And overflowing blessings to everyone. For our daily verse, we are now at Exodus chapter 15 from verse 22 up to verse 27. After the Israelites left the Red Sea, Moses led them through the Shur desert for 3 days. Before finding water, they did find water at Mara, but it was bitter, which is how that place got its name. The people complained and said, Moses, what are we going to drink? Moses asked the Lord for help, and the Lord told him to throw a piece of wood into the water. Moses did so, and the water became fit to drink. At Mara, the Lord tested his people and also gave them some laws and teachings. Then he said, I am the Lord your God. I cure your diseases. If you obey me by doing right and by following my laws and teachings, I won't punish you with the diseases I sent on the Egyptians. Later, the Israelites came to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees. So they camped there. So in this passage, the Israelites is already there at Mara, and the water there is bitter, and they complained to Moses, and Moses intervened and plead to God, and God gave him instruction. Then later, the water became fit for drinking. And also in this passage, we can read here that the Lord gave them instructions to follow and laws to obey. But why? Why did God give them laws to obey? Why? Because the Israelites were no longer slave, and their slave mentality must come to an end. Hence, they need to have a new set of uh, what I call pattern of thinking, because a slave has a pattern of thinking and a free man has a pattern of thinking. That's why the Lord give them new law to obey, for them to have a new set of pattern of thinking, because discipleship happen when there is renewing of the minds. So this time after deliverance, there will be discipleship. Why? Because the Israelites needs to get rid of those slave mentality and live in free man mentality.